All right, here we
All
go.
right.
Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. We are live, folks. What is up, everyone? It's your boy Shazman21, and welcome to another episode of Weeb Talk. And what I got today, guys, is my best friend, my guest, my lovely guest, Eric March, or should we say, March the Flippin' Madness. How's it going, brother?
Awesome. Hey, thank you for bringing me on here.
Of course, man. This is like my first time ever like having to do this with a guest, and this is just a lot more exciting because we've been friends for a long, long time, and we
Yeah,
always like
them
this.
high school days. You know what I'm talking about?
Hell yeah, we would always talk about like a lot of great nuances, whether that's anime, whether that's anything else. We discuss about anything and like deeper topics, just like how I usually do in like my episodes. So for this one is like really special because we just got a lot of like things to talk about. So yeah, why don't you?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so why don't you start whatever topic you want to go ahead and like talk about real quick.
So I want to let's now. There's a lot of topics we could talk about, but there's some that are like so sensitive that like I'm like everybody. I might get the FBI might try to start raiding me.
Oh
You know
yeah,
what I'm saying,
there's that
and I,
too.
and I think that like I think the first topic we should talk about is let's see, the body positivity movement. Yep, we're gonna start there. I don't know why.
Ooh, body positivity movement. Okay, now we're getting
Yeah,
somewhere. Okay, all right.
yeah, we're gonna start there. Like the reason why I start there because I got a question. I got a legit question. Is it only tailored for like like the bigger women, or is it like tailored for women only and just like bigger women?
Great question. I would say like currently at the moment it is more tailored to bigger women because we got like what Tess Holiday. I forgot there was like a few other like body positivity figureheads that are like figureheads of like the body positivity movement. But the only girl I can think of is Tess Holiday, and that's really about it. And as much as I agree that you gotta be positive about your body, I feel like in that movement, especially for the excuse me, bigger folks,
Yeah.
they would like take that message and just like say like, if you don't agree with how we are, then you're fat phobic or whatever type of phobic.
Yeah, and
And
apparently losing weight or congratulating on somebody for losing weight is fat phobic.
oh yeah, I've heard plenty of times. It's like for some reason, it's like as soon as you start to lose weight, even just a little bit, like they'll get like really mad about it, where they're just like, "Oh, why are you doing this? You're supposed to be with us, okay? Like we are trying to
Yeah,
fight something, and
and
it's
yeah, and like
stupid."
like the fact that because obesity is not healthy and it could lead to a lot of severe problems, and the fact that somebody's escaping that, you're gonna call them fat phobic.
Yes, it's ridiculous. Because like, here's the thing, guys. You know, it sucks that a lot of big folks do get like unfairly like judged because of their size. But here's the thing, we are going through this like really bad like epidemic that's been going on even way before the shit that's going on now with the virus and stuff. Which is what the obesity epidemic that's been going on since like fuck the
I don't know. It's been forever. You know what I'm
it's
saying?
been
Like I want to say
forever.
like I could be wrong, but I want to say early 2000s. You know what I'm saying?
I think so too. Like maybe somewhere around the 90s, 2000s,
Yeah, yeah,
where like I think food was getting a lot more, how should I say this? Over like produced, and there was just a lot of kids, especially in our generation, Gen Z, where they would just like eat a lot of like food every single time, and then they get big, and not even just us. There's just like a lot of people are just like, just not taking their health so seriously at the time because like at the time it was just like frowned upon. I think.
yeah. It was like for some reason it was frowned upon.
Yeah, like saying like, oh, if you let's see,
And apparently, yeah.
oh
Oh,
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
no. I think you was gonna say something interesting.
So apparently, another thing was that we're fat phobic if we don't want to date a plus size man or woman. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. Yes.
And you know, and for some reason, and then when I say, "Oh, that's not my thing," oh my God, you're fat phobic. You know, you're never gonna find someone.
Yeah. It's dumb to try to assume that like just because like someone is not interested and wanting to date you, you're gonna all of a sudden just like call them like names. That'd be like somebody like, let's say, for example, someone were to say like, oh, if you don't date me because I'm short, that you're short phobic, or like you don't like short man, you piece of shit. Like, come on now, that's just ridiculous. Okay, like somebody is
Absolutely.
fine with their preferences as long as it's not like endangering other people. People can have their own preferences.
Yeah, and another thing is that it's like, you know, like, and apparently like another thing I want to talk about is, you know, when it comes to like femininity, feminine, or like, I don't even know if I want to
Mm,
like, I don't even know want to talk about feminists because, you know, like that's
mm,
like a sensitive topic. But if
yeah.
someone were to ask me if I was a feminist, I'd say no, I'm not a feminist. I don't have anything against feminists, but I'm not a
Mm,
feminist. You
yeah.
know, but you know, but I will, what I will say is that it changed throughout the years and what it used to be. You know, it used to be like we like give women the right to vote. You know, I won't sit at the back of the bus. We want equal
Yes.
pay. You know, now it's just like I'm like, it's just now a lot of it is just like hating on men nowadays
Yeah.
and blaming them for everything. And like I've seen like signs that say "proud slut." I'm like, why would you want to like? I mean, it's cool, but you know, like, do you really want to like represent yourself like that? You know, I mean,
Yeah.
if you want, then go ahead and do you. But you know, I don't think you need I don't think you need a protest for that. You know, big man.
Yeah. Not necessarily. I could understand like the weird stigma that just like, oh, it's not, it's unfair that a man can go out there and just be hoeing around, but if a woman does, that's just like social stigma. It's still the same thing. Yeah. It is. Most guys that do that don't get as much stigma, although let's just keep it real that, you know, even if you are doing all that and you are not being shamed because of it, it still comes with a heavy price. Because let's keep in mind that, you know, with like hookup culture and just like, you know, just the very idea of it is still pretty bad because there's so much risk that can happen that
Yeah.
result in what, like a lot of STDs, SCI, sometimes like unwanted pregnancy, all that crazy shit, man.
Yeah, absolutely. And and you know, and another thing is like when it comes to femininity, I don't even know if I said that right. But another one is
Mm,
like when it's talking about for men having their nails painted, you
mm.
know, yep. You know, I'm starting, you know, and then everybody's like saying, "Oh, I would have thought you're gay. Your nails are painted." You know, I'm a straight man, or you know, everybody like would say, "Oh, I think you're gay," or that's gay to do, or that's for women only.
Yeah,
Like men
whatever.
have been doing it for years, and you know, I've always wanted to do it.
Yes. Because let's keep this in mind here. You know, if we remember correctly, back in like what the let's say just like a couple hundred years ago, when like the monarchy was like around for quite some time and had a little bit more power, you know, and even the pharaohs too. You know, they were out there like wearing makeup, having nail polish, like to show that they have like some sort of like, you know, high status. So back then it was cool to like go ahead and paint your nails and get your face done and get some makeup on. And heck, even like kings would like add like a powder to make themselves a little bit more like blushier, like for the French
Yeah,
folks, you know what I mean? And
yeah, and
yeah.
yeah, a lot of people don't want to admit that. You know
And
what I'm
skirts
saying?
too. And skirts too. They would be wearing some like long skirts
And
and
also
like
heels too,
heels too.
heels as well.
Big old
Yes, that.
ass heels.
Yeah, you know, and everybody like really like wants, even like even just wearing pink, everybody's gonna think you're feminine.
Yeah, it's stupid. You should embrace however you want to be embraced. You can still be masculine or, you know, a man, and you can still wear whatever the hell you want. You can still be a man and wear a goddamn skirt if you want to. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. heck, even the people that be doing like the, well, I can't say trumpets, but you know, whenever we do like the national stand, and you know, they would play like the do do do. So, I forgot how it's called, and they would wear a skirt. I don't know. I can't remember what the name of it was, but I don't know. But those guys,
Yeah, yeah. I don't even remember it, but you know what I'm saying.
yeah,
And one thing I want to is like, you know, everybody says, "Oh, I thought you were that because you know your nail." And then when I say I'm a straight man, to be like, "Your girl, she's probably cheating on you." Then you know.
yeah, so stupid. And then on top of that, let's even talk about like this sexuality parts, and especially since I want to let you guys know that we are on a different side of the sexual spectrum. I'm sorry, guys. My best friend here is asexual, and what that means is that I hope I'm saying this right because sometimes I might fuck this up. I think it's just somebody that isn't like not as like I won't say sexual experience, but just like they just don't experience sexual things at all. I think I hope I'm
Gotcha.
saying this
Yeah,
right.
or you're right, but if you want to, you can call me like a. I mean, I might say you can call me a gray ace, where it means like 10%,
Oh yeah,
but but most of the time it's just like some people just say like nothing at all, and I mean, I still like women. I am straight, but it's just that I don't really feel a need to do that.
yes,
And everybody says, "Oh, you just haven't found the right one," or it's just that, "Oh, maybe you're gay, maybe you like men."
yeah.
Because I'm like, but gays could be asexual too.
Exactly. Any type of sexuality, no matter what, like gay, straight, bisexual, whatever, like they could still be any other type of sexuality too, like demisexual, gray sexual, asexual, any type of sexual that they choose or feel like they best represents each other, or sorry, best represents them. And just like for me, I like to sometimes keep my sexuality ambiguous because I don't really talk about it all the time. But I will let you guys know a little bit that I am into literally everything.
So you're pan.
Yes, to an extent.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. And I'm just like, no, I mean, I was just simple. I'm just like, I don't really feel a need to have sex. And everybody's like, "Oh, you're not a man," or "Try a dude," or
Yeah.
and growing up, everybody would ask, "Hey, are you gay?" Oh, somebody told me you were, or I thought you were because you walk alone, or you're not smashing a lot of women. No, girls would legit ask that.
Oh. Oh yeah.
I guess when you're not a player, they think you're gay.
Yeah. It's really weird. I don't know. I to me, I feel like sex is overrated, and it just is just judged from the fact that I was once a player boy myself, just out there, sexing a lot of girls and a lot of other people all the time. And all I'm gonna say is just that sex is overrated. Here's the thing: sex is fun, but it shouldn't be the only way to have like intimacy with your partner. You can
Hey,
have
here's my quote. Here's
let's
my
go.
quote. Sex is fun, but have you ever fucked the system?
Ah! But just straight up butt fuck it, you just be like, "Hey, system, bring that ass here."
And another thing is like, yeah, and yeah, because like it's hard. People saying, "Oh, you're not," and some people try to say it's scientifically proven to not be a. Let me see if I don't know. I think I could pull that up. Let me see. I'll keep the person's name anonymous,
Mhm.
but he sent this, and like it really makes me really makes me question. It makes me question like why like do you really have to you took time out of your day just to tell somebody that, hey, that's not like. So this what this person say it's literally scientifically impossible to be asexual as a human. If a human is asexual, that's because of a hormone imbalance, and hormone therapy would literally correct the problem. Like that's not up for debate. Being asexual is not scientifically possible for humans. Still doesn't really like explain anything here.
Yeah, I think there's just a lot of like fallacy because again, there has to be like a lot more evidence than just one given evidence. Because if I remember correctly, with just like with science, it's just like you can't just always like base everything on just like one test or one subject. You gotta like see if it like repeats itself over and over again. See if it has either the same results or the results are completely different.
Yeah, you gotta do it multiple times or try it other ways.
Right. And I think they should have probably either tried other ways or tried multiple attempts to see whether or not the hypothesis is that asexuality is not or scientifically asexual is not a thing, which is just stupid unless there's proven evidence. Except all I'm probably gonna say is just like again, it is complicated to say whether or not anyone's sexuality is that happen because it all depends on the individuals themselves.
Mm-hmm. And sorry, I'm eating some Girl Scout cookies.
Woo! Gotta love Girl Scout cookies. I actually never tried it.
Hey, bro, they're good as hell.
I bet so.
And the one thing I get about when I talk about my asexuality, everybody's like I said, everybody's like, "Oh, you just haven't found the right one," or it's like, "Wow, why are you dating someone?" Or oh, that just means you don't want to have that do that with her. I mean, wouldn't you want to do it with somebody else? I'm like, no. And I'm like, what's so frowned upon? It's just like I still love women. It's just that like I just don't feel the need to do that. I'm like, what's so frowned upon about it? And
Right.
some girls will be like, well, I can't date somebody who is like that. Okay,
All right, that's your loss. Whatever. If you want
because
to,
and a lot of people have told me that, oh, I've never met an asexual man. Like I've always like, yeah, like some people would say, oh, I've never met an like some girls have told me I've never met an asexual man. It's always women.
okay.
Because like while all my friends or peers or people around me were like hooking up and doing all that, I was like, I don't really feel a need to do that. I knew I was different, but I knew I wasn't. I knew I was still attracted to women. It's just like I don't want to have sex all the time because I think I remember,
Yeah.
and I remember when I was head over heels for this one girl, and
Yeah.
and everybody was saying they wanted to smash her, and I said I really didn't want to. I just wanted to date her, and I
Yeah.
really didn't care if I didn't want. I just wanted to date her. That's all. That's all I was really caring about.
That's so sweet. But yeah, I kind of already know this because he always like tells me multiple times about this like one girl
Yeah,
he would be falling over heels for
yeah,
all the fucking time. And I'll be
yeah.
like, hey man, do what you gotta do.
And another thing is like and yeah, and it was always like it was never like, oh wow, like nobody ever really got that. Then about I think like last year I want to say,
Mm.
or when I like maybe like 8 or 9 months ago, I was like, you know what, I'm asexual and there's nothing wrong with that. And then some people were saying, are you sure? Some people were saying, some people of course ask, what is that? And other people asking, you're not that. I'm like, and it is, and I'm just like, there's no problem with it. It's just that, I just don't need that to be happy in life. And everybody's like saying, and then because one thing I want to tell you, men and women,
Dessert.
is that you're the thing between you. Like it ain't that powerful. Your sex game ain't that powerful. Stop telling somebody, oh, you just need some D or you just need some V. It's not that powerful.
It's not. Try not to overhype it too much. Just like how I mentioned too, sex is overrated. Okay, like remember, you can hype yourself up so many times. Say like, oh yeah, I have the strongest D. I could pull up game strong. Or like, oh, I have the tightest pussy, or I have like a dripping ass, wet ass pussy every single day.
Oh,
Which
no. I think we're talking about City Girl. I think you're talking about the City Girls or
city
something.
girl, oh the city girls.
I think that's what you're
Ah,
talking about. I don't
maybe,
know, but
but
no, but I do know, like, there's the girls like that. I want to say,
yeah, if
and
you know
then
how to like please them right.
and that brings me into like another statement. Girls, stop whenever you're asked what do you bring to the table, stop saying I am the table. Stop saying that. Yeah,
That
stop saying that when a man asks what are you capable of. Like
mm,
you're not like you're not a possession.
nah.
You're not something that he's gonna I mean unless there's like negotiated between if you're gonna be the housewife,
Hmm.
if you're gonna be the housewife, and if that's negotiated, then that's cool. But but if you're talking about how independent you are, but you're talking about, oh, he needs to buy me this and this, and maybe I'll give him some, and like
That
you know that can't be your form of payment, because even I've been in like tattoo parlors, and they said sex is not is not an option of payment here. They had
no,
legit had to make a sign about that.
they did. Oh
They legit
wow.
did.
But like, with their customers would like ask them like every now and then, like, "Hey, after you're done giving me a tattoo, can we go ahead and have like sex in the back over there?"
And no,
Oh
I
my
don't know if
god.
I don't know this tattoo artists that are like accepting that. But if I was a tattoo artist and somebody like tried to offer me a payment like that, I would have been like, no, I can't take
Nah,
that.
nah, I gotta do my job. I gotta like to give you some like amazing tats. I can't just like bone the shit out of you disrespectfully.
And me being the fact that I'm an ace is that
Hmm.
like that won't help at all.
Nah.
Me being an ace won't really help you.
Yeah. And as a bisexual man who still like prefers to be with a girl, it is a little bit difficult because like some people would still be like, "Oh, you need to pick a side. Like you either gay
Yep.
or are you straight?" Like 100% of the time, and it's just like, okay, but like I can't help but be attracted to both or a couple more other sexualities. Like maybe just like it depends on the person. You
Yeah,
know?
you know what I'm saying? Like I can't like I mean I'm not bi, but but if I did put myself in the bi person's shoes, you can't you wouldn't be able to you find both attractive. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, both or multiple doesn't matter who it is.
And if you're religious, if you're Catholic or Christian, stop trying to change a gay person. I mean,
Yeah, don't do that.
I'm not Christian anymore, or I'm not Catholic. I'm not Christian anymore. Wait, should we tell him what I am? Should we tell him, or are we gonna get hate for it?
Uh, I don't know,
I'm
cause
gonna leave it
like,
anonymous. No,
yeah,
we'll leave it anonymous.
yeah, I
Let's just
think
leave it.
we'll probably just leave it anonymous for now because like, I'm not
But I
sure.
will say, yeah. So I'm not Christian anymore. But I still have Christian friends. But let me tell you, if you're the Christian trying to telling somebody, oh, if you're gonna whatever like you don't like about him, you're saying, oh, you're gonna go to hell. Like, I hate you. You're terrible. If you're out there and you're doing that, even to your friends, you are terrible.
Yeah. Forcing your religious or really forcing anything on somebody is never, ever, ever, ever a good idea. It's okay to have your own religion and it's okay to express however you want to express yourself through religion. It's just that if you try to force it on someone that doesn't believe in that, that can be a pretty dangerous slope. So just still be courteous to others and just yeah, try not to force your opinions, rules, or anything on other people that just may not agree with you. Okay, it's okay to have agreements and disagreements. Just don't try to like force your way onto somebody or gun hose and say like this is the only way that matters. Well, yeah, just like you gotta be at least like be a little bit open minded. You know.
Yeah, be open minded. I'm open minded. You know what I'm saying? And then further, I just want to talk about like everybody who's like talking about it after. Like, no, you got to value the life you have now. If you believe in an afterlife, that's cool. That's you're hoping. It's not true. You're hoping that it happens, but
Right.
value the life you have now. Like, appreciate the stuff you have in front of you. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Appreciate what you got now because who knows
Yeah,
whether or not we'll ever see the afterlife or not. It's just that
yeah.
I will
We don't
say
even know if we're gonna see tomorrow.
exactly. It's just that what we do now and whatever we do, in the morning, evening, night, whatever, that is up to us. We just gotta live the best life, the best way possible. You know, eat
Yeah, yeah.
healthy, drink warm water. You know, hang out to your friends, love them, tell them that you care for them, like I care for my best friend, and everything else.
And
And
another thing I want to say is that, you know, you're throughout your life, you're gonna find out who is gold and who is gold plated.
yep.
And you know what, another thing I want to talk about, you know, let's go back to like that fact phobic stuff real quick, you know. You
Let's
know,
do
and
it.
we're gonna let's add some, you know, let's also add veganism into it, you know, because, but you
Oh
know,
yeah, I
but
cannot
like,
wait.
and for the people that are vegan, stop trying to protest. You're not helping anything.
Stop it!
You're not helping anything.
Stop it! Chill, chill,
So,
my boy.
and if someone, I saw somebody tweet out, if animals can talk, everybody would be vegan. But then somebody tweeted, I mean, humans can talk, but that doesn't stop me. I mean, yeah, like, and also I actually
Oh
heard that, you
shit.
know, that they're hunting animals. That's actually good for them because, you know, if they like, it would, I feel like if they left them like that, it like to be like diseases and we wouldn't be able to eat it. So it's
Right.
first, I've actually found out that it's good for them.
Yeah.
So
I,
we're doing the animals a favor.
pretty much. But like I said, it's just like when it comes to just like what I mentioned about religion, just don't force your opinions or anything onto others, and that also includes like vegans because they are very very notorious for
Yeah.
forcing their like ideas onto everyone, like you know carnivores, omnivores, whoever that you know like
Whoever
whatever you
eats
eat,
meat. Yeah.
whoever.
Yeah.
Most of the time it's like people that eat meat the most
They come
that
at
they're
vegetarians too.
oh yeah, even vegetarians too, like anybody, and saying like no, you need to believe in vegan because vegan is the only thing that matters. It's like, hey, calm
No, I'm like,
down.
I mean, while you're choking on cashew cheese, I'm just eating a cheeseburger.
I do both.
I mean, and also vegans got a lot of sweets, so that doesn't really help you guys. I'm like, I saw a tweet that said, I'm seeing way too many plus size vegans. Are y'all frying the lettuce? But I saw a tweet like that. I was like, oh, that's that means,
Trying to
you
get
know,
lettuce.
I'm like, because I mean, like,
It's
but
good.
you know, a lot of dudes getting like hate for that, you know.
Oh yeah.
But you know, but that is like that's something that boggled my mind. I remember like I'm okay. Look, I'm not saying I'm not shaming anybody. I'm not trying to body shame anybody because you know, I remember this one person I sat next to in class. You know what I'm saying? Was you know, I was sitting next to her and I don't want to say she wasn't obese. She wasn't obese. You know,
Mhm.
she's bigger than me. I'm 170. I mean, I'm 175 now, and I don't know, but
Mm,
she said she was vegan. I looked at her. I was like, what?
damn.
And I admit it, you know, I think if I would have said it out loud, it would have been disrespectful back then. But you know,
Oh yeah.
but it throws you off.
it does. I don't know. I've never really encountered like a big person, you know, like being a vegetarian. But if they did, I'd be like, that's interesting. Because again, like the like I don't like saying stereotypes because stereotypes is just really weird sometimes. But like the assumption would be like, you know, for you know bigger sized people, you would think like they would eat like a large amount of you know junk food and fast food and all the
Yeah,
time. But just to like see that, you know, some of
that
them
they're
are like
vegans.
vegans or vegetarians, you're just like, wait,
I
hold
mean,
up a
or
minute.
Oreo, you know, Oreos are vegan.
Are they?
Yeah, Oreos are actually vegan. So are
Ah.
French fries are vegan too.
Ah. That could make sense.
So a lot of fast food is actually vegan. A lot of junk food is vegan. You know, I want to say
Yeah.
I think Takis are vegan too because they're made out of corn.
Oh, yeah, because they do have like in the labels that, you know, there
Yo,
is
yeah,
like some
potato chips
starch
are
and
pretty
corn.
much vegan. Yeah, potato chips are pretty
Woo!
much vegan. Or yeah,
Potatoes.
because they're made
Love
out of
potatoes.
potatoes. It's not a fruit or a vegetable. It's a carbohydrate.
Yeah, and it's a really good carbohydrate. And then, like, as a matter of fact, speaking of like potatoes, this is gonna join into a little bit of like the fitness side. I think you're kind of familiar on this with the diets and stuff. Um,
Yeah.
they always say that like potatoes is like more fatty, and if you like continue to like consume more like potatoes, you're gonna get like fat or whatnot. You actually do not get fat. It's like it actually just like satisfy your stomach a lot more quickly than just like other foods and protein, and it's just chef's kiss. Especially if you do it right with some bit of like seasoning. It's really good.
Oh yeah, yeah. And
Yes.
another thing that's like tricky,
Mm.
it's like when you're just trying to enjoy your meal and somebody comes, I remember the vegan teacher. Yeah,
Oh my
put that in your head.
fucking
Yeah,
god,
everybody, put that in your head
no.
real quick. I made a lot of
No.
videos about that. I remember, and then I remember when she was like, she's made a video saying every time you eat an ice cream cone, you have pretty much saying you're raping a cow every time you eat an ice cream.
Oh, what the fuck? That is, oh god, that is like propaganda all the way. I'm sorry. That's just
And then she was
wrong.
like, eating animals is wrong, McDonald's, and like said that to KFC. I was like, meanwhile, I was literally eating McDonald's.
And
Meanwhile, I was
KFC.
literally eating McDonald's. She was like, well, I'm like, oh, and I'm like, but vegans, what are you doing to help the planet?
Mm.
What are you doing? What are you doing to help the
Yeah.
planet?
Yeah, out here just like talking about like the most dumbest shit and just doing the most, really doing the most to try to like point out like a weird propaganda bullshit. Like, come on now.
Yeah, like just ask, what are you doing to help the planet? Like what? Because it's not helping anybody. And
Oh, the fuck it ain't.
like it's not helping anybody. It just makes people more miserable because like you're shaming somebody for what they're eating, and also shaming for and now that I just brought up shaming people for what they're eating, please do stop. I could be eating right now. I'm eating some Girl Scout cookies. Some people might, or you just be eating chips. Eating McDonald's, right? Somebody
Yeah.
said, "Come, that's really bad for you. You even know what they put in that." Honestly, I don't care.
It is what it is. Whatever it is, fake meat, real meat, whatever, doesn't matter. Still filling. But again, you should also like keep in mind that you don't want to like overeat.
Overdo it, yeah.
Yeah, overeat, do it, because
I
then that's
still
gonna
eat my
cause more
healthy
issues.
stuff, but I make sure I try to calorie deficit as much as I can. I do
Yes.
keep track. I used to be chubby,
Oh yeah, me too.
and and another thing is like is and like yeah, stop shaming. And another thing, I really don't want people body shaming because that it
Yeah.
really, even if you body men can be insecure too. I'm not gonna lie. Some girl, I told some girl I work out. She looked me up and down and had a strain and screwed her face up at me. I was like, what? Because when you're wearing a button-up shirt, you don't really get to show off your physique.
Mm,
I'm like, I could have. I'm like, if I gotta show you right now, I show that I don't play around.
not at all. Not at all. I used to be very insecure about my body too. I went through a lot of like body dysmorphia because I wanted to look a certain way as well, and at the time I was like really really big, and I was going through a lot as a teenager, so it was just like it took a while to like have my own like self confidence, which is what I have now. It's just like it took so long because like I was just so consumed about my own body dysmorphia. Even if I had a little bit of like chub or fat, I would still like see like the chubby version of me when I was like 11 or 12, like a big boy. And I was just like, is there any way I can like ever fix this until, I gotta get, just accept, that, stuff like this can happen, but as long as you just like, stay on track.
Mm-hmm. And I think one of the last topic, this is not the last one, but
Yeah, I know.
but another one I want to bring up is people who are easily offended. That is something I gotta get off my chest.
Haters, the ones that be hating the most.
Like easily offended. You know what I'm saying?
You take a little second.
Another thing of Girl Scout cookies.
Woo! Gotta love Girl Scout cookies.
And another thing I like was so easily offended, and half the time I don't think these people are offended. I feel like they thought it was supposed to offend them, so they act in an overly dramatic way. you know, I could make, it's one of my favorite. I like dark humor a lot, and
Oh yeah.
and then of course people are gonna get offended, but I could make a joke about COVID, and I'm gonna get a lot of hate comments.
Oh yeah. They'll be like, "Oh, why you joke about that?" Or when back in the day
Oh,
before COVID-19,
Ebola,
Ebola,
yeah,
fucking Ebola, yo,
yeah.
nigga Higa. I hope I'm saying this guy's name right. Ryan Higa. In case you guys forgot, Ryan Higa, nigga Higa. He made like this skit video about like how people get like easily offended, and one of those like videos he talked about was like Ebola, where it's just like when you made a joke about that, people got like offended, like saying like, "Oh, you're not supposed to be joking about that. Do you know that the kids are dying?" It's like, you know,
I
jokes.
mean, it's supposed to be it's for humor.
Yeah, it's for humor, and I understand that it is still like a sensitive topic, but sometimes we just gotta have a good laugh here and there. Like there's just too much shit that's
Yeah,
going on. Sometimes you just
and
gotta
if
like
that
relax,
and if it really does offend you, then you just step off of that.
step up your high horse.
I mean, just like stay away from that side of the internet, because you're gonna see a lot of that on here. There's gonna be a lot of topics that you gotta like choose if you want to listen to them or not.
Right, and that's just up to you. If you
Like I
don't
can make
want,
a joke. I could
okay,
legit make a joke about COVID right now, and I'll get a lot of people saying, "Wow, that's offensive. People are dying from COVID now. It's not a joke." Oh yeah, making fun of a deadly virus is very funny. You're such a bad example. And you're like, but I've had it and I'm still here.
yeah. And just when it comes to just like being like easily offended, I understand like you need to feel some type of way, but kind of think about it for a second. Just like, what is it that you're really offended about? Because if you're offended, like let's say for the right reason, say it's a piece of shit that's continuously lying every single time, then I can understand that. But if it's just something that's just like a joke that may or may not be taken out of context, I think that's a weird way to like get easily offended, because then you're gonna be pretty much wasting your time on
Yeah,
like getting
especially stuff
offended
that
by
wasn't even
the
directed at you.
context, especially when it's not directed by you.
Not directed
Exactly.
at. Yeah, somebody I can make a joke directing at someone else, and somebody else will get offended. I'm like, why are you offended? I didn't point it at you.
Right.
And they say I felt offended for the other person. Did the other person ask for you to feel offended for him?
Nah, like that's just up to the person whether or not they actually do want to be offended by it. If they don't want to be offended by it, that's probably not a good idea to just try to defend them on their behalf. Okay.
I'm like, and yeah, like if they didn't ask you to
White
defend them,
knights.
even though, I can make, I've been able to, I make jokes about, like, somebody's situation. I can make a joke about somebody's problem, and the person with the problem will laugh and say, "Yo, that's hilarious," but somebody else will say that is offensive.
Yeah, it's dumb.
Yeah, they'll just say that is offensive, or wow, that's not funny, and I'm like. And especially I've seen like when I remember like this one dude in his Tinder profile said no single moms, and it was funny. And there were women saying, "Yo, that is hilarious," and then a lot of women were saying, "Oh my God, he's not gonna find anybody. Why is he on a if he don't?" And and like and women and then while I now like now all I'm talking about now I could bring that into asexuality. And
Mm,
somebody I could talk about, I could just say, oh,
curious.
I don't want to, I might say, I don't want to smash. And they're going to say, oh, are you gay? Because, because I remember you ever decline a girl for sex and they say, oh, are you
Yes.
gay?
Oh
You
yeah.
know, okay,
Nice
now here's a
girl
little
logic.
quick story time. I remember like on Tinder, some girl was like flirting with me. She asked if I wanted to, hook up. And I said yes at first, but
Mm,
then I think about like 20 minutes later, I said, I'm going to have to pass. I don't want to do that. And then she was like, "What? Wow, I was never gonna do it." All the guys on here, I was never gonna do it. I'm like, you don't have to. I'm like, you don't have to switch up on me. It's okay. I
yeah.
don't. I just don't want to. She's like, no, that was, and then I got blocked.
Wow. Honestly, that is some like nice girl type of shit. Cause like to be honest, like the fact that she responded like that, like like taking that rejection way too hard than she should really is just like really bad. Cause like this goes for not even just like girls, but like guys too. Cause like when they just like react so poorly when it comes to like rejection, they like take that shit to heart now and be like, "Oh, you fucking slut! You should have been sucking my dick, you bitch! Come on now, just suck my fucking dick!" Like,
Yeah,
just
but
come on
my
now,
question is like,
chill.
how come when girls get rejected, that we're supposed to like, you know, when guys get rejected, we're supposed to brush that off, you know. I mean, like that's, you know, I mean, I'm very fine with that. You get rejected, shake it off. But when girls do, then there's like so many like so many questions going on to that.
Yeah, that is just yeah. No, don't do that at all. That's not a good thing. Just like again, learn how to take rejections. You know, rightfully. All right, not rightfully. How should I say this? Like,
Just shake it off. That's all you gotta do.
yeah, shake it
That's
off.
the only
Yeah,
thing you can do. You know, and
properly.
another thing is like is also like and apparently how come when men have they say when they have preferences for women like we're shaming or we're picky, but when women have it, it's normal.
Mm. Uh, that's not really for me to say whether or not that's like sometimes true, sometimes not true. Again, like people still have their own preferences, but I do understand that, you know, if your preferences are a bit too high, then you might need to reevaluate.
Cut it.
You just need to cut it. Or what was that song where it goes like cut it,
Yeah.
cut it.
That
Hey, I haven't heard that
that
song
was a
in a
good ass
minute.
song.
God, I missed 2014 already.
Yeah, take me. Oh, speaking of missing, you know, there'd be like 14-year-olds talking about I missed 2016. I'm like, what do you miss? The book fair?
I don't really miss shit about 2016 because that was just it's a weird time for me because I was, you know, me and him were in like freshman year and stuff, and it was like
Yeah.
completely different story back then.
I mean, I think the way I actually met him was like, you know, I got transferred into like that class. It
Domestic
was
history.
history. New Mexico history. And then,
Yeah,
you know, and then I'd see him. Then I remember I'd see him like at during like passing period. I said, "Hey, what ones?" And then like I don't know. And then when we like went to like the second semester when we had health, you know, I just talked to him a lot. And then I
yeah,
started like I added him. And then you know, then next year, you know, like we went to the state fair, and then he like we like doing hangouts, and we would record like weird videos,
yes.
and we do stuff at like during lunch for like publicity. And you know, we
Oh
try, you
yeah,
know.
I remember that. Uh, those are some good times. And I think like in our senior year, we was like, you know, the best of the best at the time, and we was just like just having the best days of our lives, just having fun, just doing a lot of cool shit while just like hopefully celebrating for like our graduation, which unfortunately was cut off, and we just you know still had the best like first half of the semester of senior year, which was absolutely amazing.
Yeah. And yeah, and then like after that, you know, it was just like, you know, but you know, and then we want to like talk about like now let's talk about like friends in school real quick.
Oh, yeah, that's good. Let's do that.
Because now for the people who are going into high school or like middle school, no, like you know, the most childhood friendships you're gonna have aren't really gonna last.
Facts.
Like throughout your life, you're only gonna have like 2 or 3 best friends.
Yep.
Thank you. And yeah, you're only gonna have like 2 or 3 best friends. At most, I want to say 4 or 5, but you're not really gonna have that. You know, you might have a group of people you're friends with, but you know, after you graduate, you're not gonna see half of those people.
Yeah, that's something I had to unfortunately see for myself because like even though I've been like really good friends with a lot from our high school, you know, unfortunately I wasn't able to stay in contact with a lot. And even though I do miss them sometimes, I'm just like, I just hope they're dead. They're doing all right. Yeah. Uh, but yes, but still, like what my best friend just mentioned is like, you know, a lot of friendships do tend to grow apart, and that's just how it is. You know, unfortunately, a few of my friends I was like really good with, we had to like grow apart, and we were living completely different
Yeah.
lives.
Yeah, especially one of my friends. We went to elementary school, and then when I seen him in high school, noticed some signs and like a lot of stuff didn't add up, and I was like, you know what? Then up until like a couple of months ago, I think I finally realized, determined, it's time to cut him off.
Yeah,
It's about time to let him go
yeah. Sometimes you just gotta let
because
go of friends.
yeah, you just gotta let him go.
Yeah,
And I really had to. And then once I did, my life did get better. I ran into him, but it's like in like the store, and but like, and also you sometimes, and for the people who are talking about like who have been dating, they've been together since like middle school. That's not going to be the love. That generally, that's not the love of your life,
oh, totally not.
because like I mean, yeah, like we said, people grow apart, and like the and I mean, and if like yeah, and throughout your life, the people you start your life with aren't the people that you're gonna finish your life with.
Facts.
And when you're like, if you're gonna, in some places, if you in some areas, if you're gonna in a work field or whatever your career is gonna be, you're gonna meet a lot of people through that. You're gonna meet some friends like that, and and like, but the people you went to school with, for the people you went to school with, you're only gonna have like, you're only gonna have like two or three of those people you went to
Facts.
school. You're gonna only have like those, because I remember when I graduated middle school, I didn't see half the people I was friends with. I didn't see more than half the people I was friends with. And then when I graduated high school, I didn't see half the people I was friends with. I didn't see anybody that I was friends with really much. Only other than one person, but I had to cut him off. But
Yeah.
yeah. But then, like, even if you go to college, you're not going to see half the people you were friends with then.
Right. And if you're lucky enough, you just only interact with one or maybe just like a few other friends, and that's about it.
Yeah, and yeah, because another thing is that when you cut people out of your life, and then when you see them again in public, you gotta act. It's hard to act like you don't know them, or you gotta act like you didn't do
Yeah.
it. But but one thing I did was just like, when like the one girl I had to cut off, like because it was like full blown toxicness. She tried to act like,
Oh.
I didn't even acknowledge. And
Yeah.
when you cut somebody out of your life, you're like, it's like weird, but hey, when you cut somebody out of your life, you just made room for somebody else. So look on the bright side. You make room for somebody else when you cut somebody off.
Uh-huh. And when you do cut someone off that's like very toxic, it is just like a best feeling ever. And I don't really speak on this all the time with like my personal relationships, especially the one I was in a 9 month relationship that I sometimes mention, but I don't really like go into full details because like I like to keep things more private. But it's just that it was not a great relationship whatsoever. Like there was some good moments that happened, but just it just was not the best. Either side. And when that was over, although it did give me a lot of heartbreak after the fact, like it took me a couple of months and a year to like recover from this. But as soon as like I recovered from that, I was just like I felt like a free man, and I can pretty much do whatever I want.
Yeah, and that's the best feeling, ain't it?
Yes.
It's like when I remember when I cut somebody off, I was like, wow, I've never had this much control over my life, and this is amazing. Who else do I gotta cut out? And sometimes there's even gonna be family members that you gotta cut off.
Yeah.
Just because they're family doesn't mean they're always gonna be there for you. Because yeah, and also just because somebody smiles at you doesn't mean they want the best for you.
Yep. Or just because they seem nice does not want the best of attention. So you got to be very skeptical about that, just in case.
And one thing I learned about a lot of women is that if you ask them, if they just ask you for your socials, not your number, that means they want attention from you. You just got added to the list of people who thought they had a chance. That people who thought they had a chance with her, but really she's just using them for likes.
Yeah, that's just how it is.
And now and here's the one here and then one of the last topics,
Hmm.
here we
Let's
go
finish it,
now.
brother.
Like me, well, I mean, that's not the last one. Like I said, one of them, but but we were talking about this earlier that we got it. I feel like I feel like it's necessary to bring it here.
Mm.
I feel like when people are saying they're too busy. No one is ever too busy for people. People will make time for the people they want to see, and don't. And then people are talking about, and the people were talking about like let me you know what, I'm gonna see if I can pull that up.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna see if I can pull that tweet up because I was literally talking to him about it and on the way home. But here we go.
Mm.
So here we go. The quote, people make time for what they want to make time for is utter BS. People have goals, people have bills, people have sick relatives, people have secret issues, people have jobs, people have health problems. The fact that they aren't making time for you doesn't mean they don't want to. It means they have a life that they prioritize in front of your needs.
Yep.
Now, this whole tweet is complete utter BS
Complete shit.
because now let's start with people have goals. Let's start there. People
Mm.
have goals. I have goals. I have a lot of goals that I want to achieve in life. And but I don't let that get in the way of people I actually want to talk to because making time for someone is just as simple as saying, "Hey, just text me to see if you're good," or "Let me call you back after I finish my work, finish doing something."
Mm.
And second, people have bills. Now that doesn't hinder somebody to like just talk to you just gotta people that also goes with the people have jobs one, but people, I mean, I could, like people like can legit be busy, very busy to the point like where it's like they're working 24 hours in the whole day or 14-hour days and they still find a way to hang out with somebody or talk to them just to say even a simple text, "Hey, how you doing? I'm good." And secret issues. Now, secret issues shouldn't really be a factor to determine to hold somebody back from seeing you. Like if you're working a job and your employer shorts your check, you ask them why, they say, "Oh, it's because of secret issues."
Mm.
Hi, wouldn't that be bad? Wouldn't you like what?
Yeah, that's pretty stupid.
And also health problems. If someone has a real health scare to the point where like it puts life in front of them, that means they're
Mm.
gonna want to spend more. They'd spend more time with the people they love. Or if someone's like so sick that they need to be on bed rest, that's generally like the healthcare's job. But healthcare workers can do that 8, even 9 hours a day and still go home and support their man or woman.
That whatever they're into, and also their family.
Yeah. Or goal. Or some people can like do that and still chase goals they have in life.
Yeah, exactly. Like it just like depends on what they are busy for, or also just like what they are available to.
Yeah,
Because
and for me, there's the people around me will say, "Oh, I'm too tired. I'll do it in the morning." No, I don't sleep when I'm tired. I sleep when I'm done. I'm like, I'll be like, I'm gonna complete this goal first, and then I will do it. Then I'll sleep. I'm like, no, I'm like, I'm
that,
like, I'm not gonna see go. I'll do it in the morning. I'm too tired. I'm like, nah, I'll finish this first, so I won't have to do it in the morning. I'll finish it, and I'm gonna do it, and I won't, and I'm gonna do it the best I can,
well,
and
it's
I'll because I'll be if I can do that, I can sleep peacefully.
yeah.
And so yeah, so just and if anybody who's if anybody uses like those weird cop outs, should say it's what so you couldn't even say, "Hey, how are you doing?" over a simple text, that you can you like that just means they don't want to talk to you. And another thing is if someone is like getting distant with you, they're getting closer to somebody else. So if like for
Yeah.
example, if you see a girl texting you, she'd be very descriptive with her text. Then over
Mm.
time she gets lazy, just says instead of saying "Hey" with 3 Y's, she just says "Hi," just "Hi." That means while she was texting you, that means she was texting somebody else. That means she's like
Woo!
texting fully with somebody. I noticed it. I'm trained to do this because I've had like Hayes. I'd have him go from "Hey" with 3 Y's.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've had Hayes with 4 Y's, Hayes with 3 Y's, Hayes with two, and just the one, and then hi.
Yeah.
Because it's text message lingo for you. Hey with 4 Y's means okay, I really want something with you. Hey with three Y's means I actually really like you. Wait,
Mhm.
no, wait. Start from the beginning.
So let's
Hey,
start from
one
the
Y
first.
means
Yep.
hey. One Y just means friends. Two means I
Yep.
kind of like you.
Yep.
Three means I really like you.
Yep.
Four means okay. You're if you don't understand me by now, I really want something bigger.
Yeah.
And if she said five, I'm probably drunk.
Straight up drunk on the dick.
But yeah, if it's like hey like that, it means hey I really like. And if it's high, that means you're friend zoned or she doesn't want to talk. It means why are you texting me? Or if hello means friend zoned or why are
Yep.
you texting me? And however, if you get a hey past like midnight, then that's the only time it's different.
Just playing. I'm just playing.
And I could openly talking about. And don't you people in the comments say, but didn't you just say you were asexual? I'm not stupid. I know stuff.
Exactly. Just
Like I'm giving you guys advice. I mean, I should be charging money for this, but
oh
we're
yeah,
not
you need to charge
doing
like
it.
yeah, I
But
understand.
we're not doing it.
For
So
now, you're getting the free lesson. Next time is probably gonna be like $50 or a lot
yeah,
more.
but if you
So
want more descriptions into it, that's gonna cost. That'll be
give my
extra.
money.
That'll cost extra if you want
Yeah,
more description.
exactly.
And the other part is that like when, um, and like another part is like when is like we were saying, when we're talking about when girls when they really show you how they feel behind text. Some people try to say that doesn't mean anything. But the one thing I'll say is that girls
Subtext.
like you shouldn't
Subtext.
don't be confused if you say something like that and I show up and you're like what? And
Show it nothing on.
and another thing is like another thing here's one of my and another thing I wanted to like talk about is like the fact that I'm not a party. I'm not a party person. I'm not drinking. I'm not smoking. I'm not partying. I'm not in the hookup scene. Everybody's gonna call me boring. That I'm always saying I'm always saying staying sober. And
Yeah.
everybody says, "Oh, you're boring. I can't. I hate being sober." I'm like, you
Okay.
sound like an addict then. Literally, if anybody and I don't know, I know that's a song and I love that song, but if you claim that you hate being sober, I think you're an addict.
Possibly. That is a big possibility. Because like if the only time you really just want to have fun is to be like flat out drunk as fuck and just like wasted. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just that if
Yeah,
that's
you just
what
gotta,
if that's the only
there's a
time
time and a
you're
place for it.
yeah, there's a time and place for that, and that's the
And if
only
that's
thing
the
you're
only
really
time you're
doing. Then
happy,
that's kind of a mental health issue that you need to work on.
yeah, that's like a mental health problem. If anybody if you guys know anybody who like drinks a lot, or if you see them, they're always high, they're always drunk. That
Mm-hmm.
means it's mental. I'm like they're doing that to numb their emotions or pain or something. They're dealing with something, so they're
Right.
doing that to. Because I've been around people to the point where like every time I see them, they're always drunk or they're always high.
Yeah. It's not good, and that's why with that it just like makes sense to try to offer them help as much as possible so that they can get back to at least being somewhat healthy and on the right track instead of just like veering off to the really bad ending where they unfortunately take their lives because of their addiction.
Yeah, and another thing is that there's always gonna be those people when they find out you don't smoke, they try to press you to smoke with them first. I'm
Yeah.
like, no, like I don't do that because and then while they're always high, I'm some people say, wow, you're raw dog and laughing. They say, wow, you're just really happy to be here, aren't you? I'm like, no. I mean, I just know I don't need that as a stuff. I don't need that to
Right.
to be happy in life. I could solve my problems that without it. And then people tell me, I know you like music, I know you do music. Why don't you smoke? You'll sing a lot better. You'll play a lot better.
No,
No, you'll think you
doesn't
are
work like
because
that.
because you're high, because you're under an
Right.
influence. But in actuality, you're not. The only reason you're thinking is because you're under an influence.
Yeah.
Like drummers who would say, I play better when I'm wasted.
Okay.
I'm like,
Sure.
that's why I don't know why that's believed. But a lot of people said, we should get drunk before making this record. That's how the best records are made. I'm like, but I'm like, I can do good when I'm sober. I
Or
think I would. I think I would
uh,
play. I think I would be sloppy if I was like wasted. I
true.
haven't drink. I don't drink, but I think I would be sloppy if I was wasted.
That and also just when it comes to like playing guitar, they have like always said that you need to like grow out your nails to like play more better. And I'm like, no, fuck no,
I
I'm
mean, I
not growing
tried
my
that.
fucking nails.
I
Nah.
mean, I did that. When I started, I did that. I'd have this side long, this side
Yeah,
short. I play. I just liked playing with the pick better.
that
I
that and
still play with
also
my
just
fingers. I still play with fingers, but wait, hold up.
hold on.
Dang it. Wait. Yo, yo.
I
I mean,
mean,
I can
the
still
more you
play.
practice like doing this a couple times, eventually you can go like this to,
Yeah,
your
but
significant other. Just be like,
no. No, like okay. So yeah, everybody would like legit say that. And I'm like, nah, I'm down. I'm down to earth and I can play.
yeah.
And now here's the last topic I want to talk about. Now this is gonna be like the most interesting one. You guys ready for it?
Let's
Drum roll,
go. Let's do
please.
this, brother.
Drum
Come
roll,
on.
please. Drum roll, please. Music.
Let's talk about music.
Now, when it comes to like I've been seeing a lot of comments like this going around. Like I've seen it on TikTok, I see it everywhere. And then there's people like saying, "Oh, this music belong." I've seen when I see a lot of African Americans listening to rock or punk or dressing like kind of alternative or like goth. People say, "No, that's for white people only." Or, "Wow, these blacks are trying to copy us, huh? Silly blacks." I legit saw that comment. How come every comment you see like that on TikTok is always deleted?
Oh yeah, because it's like those like really messed up comments that will be just deleted as soon as possible, or just like the video that they are like criticizing or whatnot, and they're just like saying some like really messed up things, then get their like video or their account like deleted as soon as possible.
Yeah. And let's see. We're gonna. Well, I'll even read one of the comments on one of my
Mm.
videos, and and you're gonna see like if people like legit say stuff like that, I'm just like, yo, that's messed up.
Yeah.
And watch.
Mm.
I'm covering a song by MGK actually, and this person says, "I will pay you to never sing again."
Mm.
Yeah, that's messed up.
That's super messed up. Really messed up. Completely.
And so another person says, "Are you not embarrassed?" And I'm like, yo, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
And like the things that people like say is like completely like some of these insults are like weird. So a lot of them don't
Completely
hurt
weird.
anybody's feeling. Like some people say that like it's gonna hurt somebody's feelings, and I'm just like, I've seen people like threatening just because some people. I remember this one dude said he didn't like Marilyn Manson, and somebody came at him with like a death threat.
Oh shit.
Like he did make some good statements about Marilyn Manson to why he didn't like it, and I'm
Mm.
and then he was like, and then some dude was like saying like told him, "I will wear you, I will if you, I will wear your skin." I was like, whoa.
Hold up. That's extreme. That's a bit more
Now
much.
that goes back to people being easily sensitive, being
Yeah.
like over offended. Now offended doesn't mean like when they get sent, they're complaining or sad. They could even like something little they're gonna want to start a fight over.
Yeah. That's just like taking it beyond offensive. You're just like basically just like trying to wish harm on someone, like saying like, "Oh, I'm gonna wear your skin," or "I'm gonna find you and go kill you," or some
And
like really weird death threat. Like, bro, that's
yeah,
really taking it too far.
a lot of people would tell me, "Oh, you're whitewashed. You dress like a white person," or "Oh, you're whitewashed. It's you like that," or like that's for whites only. Like, why are you playing that music? Why are you playing rock or why are you playing that rock music or metal music? That is for blacks only, but it was inspired by us.
Exactly. Because here's the thing. Not that we're just doing this and we're still in Black History Month. Here's the thing. You know how like rock and roll and all this other stuff, originate from black people.
Take a guess. Yeah.
Like, yeah, actually, I already. That's fine.
Yeah,
That's fine.
never mind. You said it already. Never mind. You don't
Yeah,
gotta do. But now you guys know.
but now you guys know because guess what? We made that, baby.
We made it. So we're just and it's not that we're not saying and like I'm glad we can share music with you guys with everybody. But it gets
Exactly.
lost in translation about who invented it and then trying to tell a certain group of people you can't do that.
Right, because like the original rock and roll was really jazz. Just like out there,
Yeah,
just like doing
that
like
and
the most like
blues.
yeah, blues, jazz, all that like good stuff. You know how like they would always like do the crazy fingers and all that. You know why
Yeah.
there's the rock stars were like doing all those crazy fingers is because the jazz
Yeah.
players would do all like the
Yep.
all the time.
And yeah, so just do your research before you try to say who it belongs to, and
Yeah, watch it.
and everybody's like saying, "Oh, you should have been a rapper. You should be just do rap music." I mean, we didn't. I mean, even though it is, well, we already knew black people made that. We created it, but I remember when I tried doing it, I was like, you know what, this doesn't work for me. Let me go back to what I know, what I do best, which was drums, guitar.
Oh yeah.
The type of music I do best and I can relate with the most.
Sorry about that.
The you're good, and is rock music, metal music. You know what I'm saying?
They're still amazing, by the way. Like rock, metal, everything. Come on
I
now.
love music. I love music. I don't discriminate against. Music is music. A good song is a good song.
And a little country too, as well.
Yeah, I only like one, but I only like one country song, and that's about it.
Yeah.
And yeah, and but if there is a good country song that comes on, I'm like, wow, that's a good song. But I don't. I'm not. But I'm not saying I'm a country fan. I'm not a country fan though. I will say that I'm not a country fan though.
Yeah.
Not a diehard country fan.
Not a hardcore country fan, but I do like their songs, especially like Florida Georgia Line, and
Big green tractor.
all right, take the phone around.
I'm a big green tractor. We can go slow. Maybe go faster.
Down.
It really don't matter.
Climb up in my lap and drive if you want to.
That's my, and I be singing that all the time.
Me too, man. That always gives me like good memories, and I want to sing that to my wife one day. Just be like, take you for a ride on my big green tractor. That.
Maybe go faster. And I'm always like, but I like playing that song on guitar, and everybody's like, "Wow, you like country music?"
Yeah. Oh yeah. Real quick question. I know that you are currently taken at the moment. Do you usually like sing like some like really sweet songs to your girlfriend every now and then, or you're just like eh?
I do.
That's awesome, dude. That's really awesome.
And I feel like that's the way, I feel like music is the way I can talk. Like that's the way, that's like, I feel like that's the way I can communicate how I'm feeling. Also, jokes is the way I can communicate.
Yes.
Music and jokes is the way I communicate best.
Totally.
But of course, you're gonna get people say you're not funny, your music sucks, or you can't sing, you can't play. But that means when the way I see that is just that, in my opinion, in my humble opinion, if people are saying, "Oh, your music sucks," or "You suck at singing," "You suck at playing," or "You're not funny," that just means they don't speak your language.
Exactly.
But when you find people that do speak your language, it's amazing, ain't it?
Yes, it's such a great feeling when people get together on like commonality aspects, like how me and you would always like get together on like a shared commonality of just like with literally anything. It's just like the best feeling ever.
Mm-hmm.
Well, is there any other topic that we could talk about, or do we just want to like
No, yeah, but I want to close it with this. You know what I'm saying?
all right.
You know. Wait. Wait. What can I say? So, wait, Jeopardy music playing. So, so one thing I'll say is, hey, people, the way we can wrap it up is just like real quick, recap. So, so people, people stop shaming men for painting their nails. You know what I'm saying? Stop shaming men for painting their nails, and stop, trying to be calling people fat phobic when they're losing weight, and stop trying to push your religious beliefs or your diet on somebody or what you personally believe in.
Yep.
And stop trying to shame people for what music they want to listen to, or stop trying to exclude people out of it, and stop hating on people online, and stop being easily offended. I can't believe I almost forgot that one.
It is what it is. I think that's like still the most important one out of all of this is don't be easily offended.
Wait, here's another one. And stop making excuses to why you can't talk to people or why you can't do anything, why you can't be great in life. That's another one. And also, do what you're passionate about. Find your language to communicate with people. And we're only focused on people who will understand you, because if people are saying, "Oh, that's not right. You're not funny. Yet you suck," that means they're not speaking your language.
Right. And just gotta like focus on what you are doing and speak your own language.
And yeah, and until next time. Well, I mean, like we're gonna have a lot of more videos coming out, and or even podcasts.
Oh yeah.
Make sure you guys stay tuned for that.
Stay
what
tuned
you
for
gotta say? What do you guys say, Shazir?
All I gotta say, man, is like this is a really great episode. I mean, this is just like my first time ever doing it with like one of my closest friends of all time, and it's just been such a blast to always like talk to you, and you've been such an amazing friend for so long, and I'm always forever grateful for just the type of man that you are, and you're just like doing the best you can. Well, making some funny jokes every now and then to make me laugh whenever I'm just like feeling like shit. Sometimes I'll be like, yeah, my best friend always makes me want to laugh. I'm gonna be like,
and whenever life gets hard, that's all I gotta do. All I gotta do is smile through the pain.
Yes, sir. I don't have it right now, but like whenever I do, you gotta be like, but still.
But anyway, that is a wrap, guys, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. And Shazzy, you wanna lead us off with this?
Hell yeah! Thank you guys for enjoying Weeb Talk episode 5. Thank you, Eric, for joining in, and I'll see you guys in another episode of Weeb Talk. And peace.
Peace.
Woo!